Magic Treehouse Book Number 4, Winter of the Ice Wizard, by Mary Pope Osborne. 7. The Frost Giant. Huff, huff, huff. With each breath of the frost giant, a blast of cold wind swept through the hollow. Jack trembled. He felt chilled to his bone. Huff, huff, huff. The giant's breathing grew louder and stronger. Jack squeezed his eyes shut as icy wet wind rushed against his body. Huff, huff, huff. Jack crouched lower and held on tightly to Annie. Huff, huff, huff. The giant's breath howled like 100 ghosts through the hollow. Jack thought of the Blue North's words. He is a blind force of nature that spares nothing in his path. But then the giant's breathing seemed to grow a bit softer. What's happening? Jack wondered. The breath grew softer and softer. Maybe he's going to sleep, Annie whispered. The breathing began calm and steady. The wind died to a light breeze. I think the frost giant is sleeping, Annie whispered. We should try to sneak out of there. Okay, but keep your eyes down, just like at the ground, whispered Jack. Right, whispered Annie. Their heads bowed. Jack and Annie crept cautiously across the floor of the hollow and began climbing up towards the crack. Jack's teeth chattered, but he couldn't tell if it was from cold or fear. Suddenly, a deafening roar shook the night. The frost and scream was so windy and red. He was awake. Jack was blown to the ground. He tried to crawl across the snow, but he didn't know which way to go, and he was afraid to look up. Jack, this way! Annie's voice called above the roar of the giant's breath. She hopped him up as they struggled together against the wind. Finally, they came to a crack in the wall. Jack and Annie scrambled through the crack. Inside, the wind knocked them over, and they tumbled down the side of the hill. The wind threw the snow across the plain. Annie, Jack called. Where was she? Where was the sled? He can't see anything. He glanced at his feet. The wind roared even louder, and a rush of snow came crashing down the hillside. When it hit the ground, the snow exploded into a great cloud of white powder. Jack! Jack heard Annie's voice in the screaming wind. He tried to stand up, but the snow kept falling on top of him until he was completely covered. As Jack lay buried under the snow, all his strength left his body. He knew he should take his way out, but he was too cold and too tired. He was tired to look for Annie. He was too tired to fight the frost giant. Instead, he closed his eyes and drifted into an icy sleep. Jack dreamed that a cold fur was brushing against his face. He dreamed that a wolf was sticking around him, nudging him, pushing him, sniffing him. Jack opened his eyes. He felt dazed. At first he could see, but he could feel that he wasn't burning the snow anymore. He wiped out his glasses. He saw a low moon and some stars in the clear sky. The frost giant must have left, Jack thought, but he heard a panting noise. He sat up and looked around. One of the white wolves was crouching right behind him. Jack scrambled to his feet. Go away! He shouted. The wolf stepped back and growled. Go, go, go! Shouted Jack. He picked up a handful of snow and threw them at the wolf. The wolf backed away a few more feet. Jack looked around wildly. Annie was laying very still on top of the snow. The other werewolf was sniffing and pawing at him. Jack's anger made him fearless. Leave her alone! He shouted. Go away! He scooped more snow and threw it. The wolf stepped back. Go! Go! Shouted Jack. Get away! Leave us alone! He glared angry at the two white wolves. The wolf stared back at Jack. Their yellow eyes gleamed. I am not kidding! Go! Jack stared fiercely at the wolves. Finally, the wolves looked away. They glanced at each other, then slowly backed off. They looked at Jack and Annie one last time, then they turned and trotted away over the snow. Jack rushed to Annie. He knelt beside her and lifted her head. Wake up! Wake up! He said. Annie opened her eyes. You okay? Jack asked. Yes, I dreamed about white wolves, Annie murmured. Me too, said Jack. And then when I woke up, they were here. They were about to eat us. Really? Annie sat up and looked around. Yeah, but to scare them off, said Jack. What about the frost giant? Annie said. He's gone too, said Jack. Come on, let's get out of here. He helped Annie up from the snow. Do you still have the wizard's eye? Annie felt in her pocket. Got it, she said. Good. Jack looked around. Beyond the heaps of fallen snow, the silver sled was waiting for them. Overhead, the sky had turned into a light shade of gray. It's almost dawn, said Jack. Remember what the wizard said? We have to bring back his eye by the break of day, or we'll never see Merlin or Morgan again. Jack held Annie's hand as they trudged together through the snow. When they got to the sled, they climbed inside. Annie took her place at the rudder. Jack pulled out the windstream and untied the knot. The breeze rocked the slide. Jack untied the second knot. The sail began to fill, and tied a third, and the silver sled moved forward, gliding over the white ground. Swish, swish, swish. The sled moved through the sixth zone and away from the hollow hill. As they sailed over the white plain, the sky turned from gray to pale pink. We have to go faster, said Annie. Jack untied a fourth knot. The wind was in his ear. It was a pick-up speed. Annie steered it past the rocks and over the sea ice. She steered it over the plain, south to the palace of the ice wizard. The sled drew close to the palace. Jack tied a knot, and it began to slow down. He tied 3 more, and the sled came to a stop. Jack and Annie looked around in the faint, cold light. I wonder we're taking a casting on, said Annie. They said they'd come and meet us here at dawn. Jack studied the vast white plain, but he saw no sign of their friends. He wished he had Castling's vision. I hope they're okay, he said. I hope they didn't run into the white walls. I have a feeling the walls won't hurt them, said Annie. The walls in my dreams seem nice. Dream walls are different from real walls, said Jack. I just still can't wait for them, said Annie. The eye has to be back by the time the sun comes up. The eye, said Jack. We never looked to see inside the hailstone. Annie reached in the pocket and pulled out the hailstone. She held it up. They gasped. Staring out of him from inside the eye was an eyeball. It was about the size of a large marble. The eyeball was white with a sparkly blue center. Oh man, whispered Jack. It's beautiful, isn't it, said Annie. I don't know about that. Jack felt a little crazy. Seeing an eye out of a human head was too weird for him. Put it away for now, he said. Annie put the hailstone back into her pocket. Jack looked around again. The sky had brightened from the pale pink to red. A thin silver sun was beating over the horizon. The sun! Cried Jack. Hurry! He and jumped out of the sun and charged towards the palace. When they got to the entrance, Annie stopped. Look, she said, pointing to big pile prints in the snow. Wolf tracks. Oh no, said Jack. These look the white rocks are inside. That's weird. It doesn't matter. We have to go in. Hurry, said Annie. They rushed into the palace. Just as the very above, the sun rose over the horizon.